Jason.
How are you?
Good. How are you? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you great. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, great.
I was like, it just felt so awkward.
No. It works perfectly.
I
You
miss
look amazing.
thank you too. So
Thank you. You're cutting out just a little bit. I hope it's not me.
mm, yeah,
Okay.
I'm in a hotel. So
Understood. I'm not at home either, so we're gonna make it work.
yeah.
Awesome. But yes, thank you so much for joining me on Five Songs That Changed My Life. I'm gonna move this camera angle so you can get my whole head. Okay. But yes, thank you so much for joining me. For the people who are not familiar with this wonderful woman and who she is and her impact in music, I'm going to tell the people who you are, ma'am.
Hats?
Yes. So you are a self-described soft-voiced pop R&B vocalist.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm taking this from your bio. So
I was to say write bios for us. So
understood.
I was like, okay,
Understood.
I'll go with that.
Right. I prefer sweet voice. Your voice is very sweet to me.
Thank you.
Absolutely. You are a singer-songwriter who hails from Madison, Wisconsin.
Yes.
Lovely. And your debut album, Ready for the World, spawned a couple of chart-topping hits that we'll talk about in our song list.
Hmm.
You also have songwriting credits that people may not realize for Billy Crawford, Shantae Cann, and even Janet Miss Jackson, If You're Nasty.
That's right.
Yes, ma'am. What song did you write for her?
Did your research.
Yes.
Let's see. Let me turn you up a little bit. I think that's better. What song?
Okay. You're still cutting out on me. I want to make sure I hear every word.
Is it there?
Good for now. We'll keep going.
Hold on. No, I'm
Okay.
on. You think Wi-Fi is going to be better? I don't want to cut out. Jason, hold on. I'm going to see if the connection is better.
Okay. In the meantime, welcome everybody who is joining.
Is that good? Jason, can you hear better now?
Yes. Yay. Uh-oh.
It's Wi-Fi, so.
Dang it. It's still going in and out. That's okay.
I don't know what's going to make it better, though. Is it going in and out like what?
Hey,
Like,
y'all.
hey, guys. I hope you can hear me.
That's okay. We will keep moving forward.
All right.
We'll make it
Let's
work.
try to make it work.
Absolutely. So we were talking about songwriting for Janet B. Jackson.
Yes, Janet Jackson.
Yes, My Baby from the Demita Joe album, which crazy, I did not know that. And that's one of my songs on that album. Like it vibes.
Yeah, it is a cool vibe. I'm singing.
Mhm.
I'm doing all the backgrounds. So,
Is that all you?
yeah, I got credits. I got credits on this one. Yeah.
Come on, credits and checks.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So how did that come about?
Let's see. I was writing with another songwriter, Sean Garrett. I don't know if you know
Mm-hmm.
a lot.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
We were working together, and he wanted me to write with him, and we just kind of collaborated. And I think Janet was Jermaine Dupri at the time, and that's where the concept came in my head. Like, don't say nothing about my baby, because everybody has something to say about whoever anybody's dating.
Right.
But I wrote the song about my baby. Like, don't say nothing bad about my baby. So, yeah.
Awesome. And it worked. She loved it. The rest is history.
Yeah, she did love it. So did Jimmy Jam.
That is so cool. That's high praise for real.
It is.
So one song that you did not write or sing is My Boo by the Quad City DJs. And everybody seems to think you sing that song.
Ghost Town DJs did that.
Ghost Town DJs, I'm sorry. Yes. So where does that confusion come from?
You got me. You know what? I don't know. I think it's because we were both on that Social Death All Stars volume. I think that song was on 1. I was on 2 and 3. But I don't think they couldn't put the face together. I think just kind of made the assumption was kind of starting out, but I wasn't anywhere around social deaf at that time.
Got you.
Like I said over and over again, like it's not me, but people don't listen, and we don't sound anything alike. We all have different styles.
I think you sound different too.
Yeah, so everybody has their own vibe. I was like, their credit, we all want our.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's very mature of you. Awesome. Well, we're going to jump into this song list because it's going to take us down a road, a journey of your career and your musical influences as well.
Okay.
So the first song on your list is appropriately Love You Down,
Yeah.
the original by Ready for the World. And then we're going to talk about your version as well. So let's just jump into it. We'll listen to a little bit and then we'll discuss, okay? Not going to give them too much, not too much.
A little bit.
Just a little bit.
Heard
So
that?
tell me about it.
So, how could I not put that song on my list? You know what I
Of
mean?
course, of course.
That song has blessed me over and over and is still blessing me. I wasn't able to listen to it when I was a young girl. So, it was kind of lyrics for it.
Yeah.
But I'm a songwriter, as you already know. So I was writing songs with this producer, and he's like, hey, you want to this song for me?
Mhm.
Down. It was for another artist. And then Little John Smith heard my version of it. He was like, ask me to do it.
Mhm.
At the time, I was focusing on being an artist. I was like, I'm just writing songs right now. And so they offered me some money. I was like, do that. So that's how that song opened the door for a lot of things for me. So I'm very grateful. It influenced my life. Grateful for Melvin Riley. He's so, and I did hear.
Nice, nice. So I took a similar path in terms of I'm just writing, I'm just a songwriter, and then made the transition into artistry and really embracing that. So how was that transition from you when you're like shoved into artistry in a lot of ways?
Well, it's funny you say shoved because like it was like Dorothy in the Wizard of Oz. You remember when she got to this or the Oz, excuse me, and then the house was just sitting on the lady?
Hmm.
I was like, yeah, that's kind of what happened. It just kind of fell on. I didn't know how to perform. I was in a group before, so I was kind of just like jumped into a gang of being a solo artist, and I didn't know how
Right.
to perform. I didn't know any of it. So, I mean, you learn as you go.
Sure.
You do your best, and like, I don't want to listen to some old stuff. I'll be doing
She was growing. That's what she was doing. She was growing.
rolling. She was just kind of going with the flow, and
Hmm.
opens up doors. You just go.
Yeah.
You'll figure it out, and stuff will be handed to you along the way, and it'll help you on the journey.
Awesome. Awesome. So how did you feel when you started seeing that song rise on the Billboard charts? It got to number 25 on the Hot 100.
Okay, so I didn't know it was rising on because
Hmm.
one of the deals was that they weren't going to release it as a single. So, I was going to change my name from Yanni, flipped it around backwards, and it wasn't going to be a single. And I was teaching time, and I think we had a couple more weeks, and I got a call. Can you be in Atlanta to film a music video? And I was like, for what? They were like, your song. Up. I was like, because it's not a single. Well, it's blowing up. Oh crap. I was thinking like, am my video ready? Again, just kind of caught out there like that. Well, recorded the video and here we are. So yeah, I didn't know it was blowing up. We didn't have like and stuff like that. I wasn't checking.
Yeah.
The song wasn't a single, and the fact that 25 on the chart, it was released. Let's say the song came of 97. They didn't
Mhm.
single till February of 97. So it had all that time where it could start. I don't know, but it wasn't released till like 8 months, 9 months later. So, but the fact
Wow.
that kind of good. I didn't I didn't really have a single blowing up. It's kind of like the song Airway.
And so in the meantime, you're just teaching and living your everyday life.
Yeah, I was.
Wow, wow. So how did things change for you once that song started rising?
It changed a lot. Because I was living there at the time, and the video was very popular. I,
Hmm.
People were coming to my apartment complex, like the label would send cars for me and stuff like that, and I was like, I don't want a limo, I don't want a limo. So they would send town cards, and people started noticing. I would try to get out really early in the morning just so I can keep my regular life and stuff. And
Hmm.
once the video came out, it was a wrap. One time I came home, people saw me coming out. They were like, and everybody got out and they started Bankhead bouncing. And I don't know how long I'm being able to stay over here. So yeah, it changed a lot.
Yeah, that is crazy. That is crazy. So we're gonna take it to the next song on your list that elevated things even higher for you. It's Time After Time by Cyndi Lauper. We're gonna listen to just a little snippet and then we'll talk about it. Snippet. I can't say that for whatever reason.
We got
That
the
song never gets old.
we got the same feel off of that.
Hmm.
Still has
So
it's
tell me about it. How did that change your life?
time after time changed my life so much. Um oh just everything that happened as a result of that. I was talking about this the other day. Time after time opened doors that Ready for the World song could have opened doors if I had a single. Time after time
I
did
see.
single my
Hmm.
and it charted, got on the Billboard Top 100. I'm so grateful for this song and for the vision and the label and oh my gosh. But
Yeah.
I was on a show. It's changed a lot. It was Regis and Kathy Lee before Regis and Kelly, and I was on
Right.
a show in particular sticks out because I was singing on there and I met Regis and now Regis is gone. So I think that's part of
Mhm.
the emotion.
Sure.
He was a wonderful person. I really enjoyed him, and he made me feel so well. But after I went to the airport, I was coming back to D.C. And when I got on the plane, the cockpit, the cockpit. That's not awkward. The captain goes over. We'd like to give it up for a very special celebrity on a flight with us, and it says all this really nice thing. This would never happen now because this was before 9/11, obviously. But
Hmm.
everyone was clapping, and they were like, when I was in the airport, they kept saying, "Hey, you were on the." I didn't realize how many people saw that show.
Wow.
Long story short, the flight, and the captain wants you to come in the cockpit, and so I got a chance to go in the cockpit, and I saw. And it was like
Oh wow.
very cool. That doesn't happen. It was
No.
I gave up my good seat for the cockpit, so it was well worth it. So yeah, that song changed my life in many ways, but new experiences,
Right.
more doors opening for me and stuff like that. I did so many shows there, like any show anybody wanted to be on was on that. Pink and Black, not Black Street. I like them too, but Backstreet. There,
Hmm.
um, but it just opened up so many doors. I'm very grateful.
That is amazing. So you mentioned it in passing, but that song was a top 10 charter in the United States here, also in Canada and New Zealand as well. So internationally,
Oh,
it was doing crazy things.
yeah. So for New Year's, the song was released. I performed. My first show was actually in Toronto.
Hmm.
When I recorded the video for Love You Down, Toronto the next 2 weeks for my first show, which I didn't know what the hell I was doing. Um, and then the next year, I performed in Toronto on December 31st. So it was out there, and I had on some shorts. I think I don't know what I was thinking, trying to be cute, But Deborah Cox and I were there and we performed together. So it
Oh
was like,
wow.
yeah, it was
Very
awesome.
nice.
Huge circular stage. It was amazing. And I was so cold, but I didn't want to miss the moment. So I just acted like cold. Enjoyed it all.
Awesome. You thought warm thoughts.
I did.
Mm.
Sahara Desert.
So was that song your choice? Is that a song that's always meant something to you and you always wanted to sing it?
What, Time After Time?
Hmm.
So, so of course, since the first remake was really good, for the label and stuff like that, they were like, "Hey, you should do another remake." And I was like, "Okay." And Lil Jon was like, "You like Cyndi Lauper?" Cyndi Lauper. So we did different songs. It's like, what about Time After Time? Perfect. So that's how we landed there. And I think it was a good choice. Um,
Yes. Yes.
it was a good choice.
Awesome. Do you know if she's heard your version?
Yes, she has. She has.
Oh, any feedback?
Yeah, well, actually, they go on tour. I'm gonna go and do the show with them, but NSYNC probably closer to my demographic, so I ended up on as a support artist for NSYNC instead of them.
Oh,
Yeah, but that was
just
scary.
Justin Sing. Eh,
Yeah, but
just Justin Timberlake and him. Nobody real big.
exactly. We were all so young at that time. Lord have mercy. I just thought,
How cool is that? Awesome. So the next song on your list is another legendary classic, "Loving You" by Minnie Riperton. Oh, so sweet, oh, so beautiful. We're gonna listen to just a little bit and then we'll talk about it, all right?
yeah,
We could just keep going. We could just
good.
sway, sway.
So, Minnie Riperton is a whole entire vibe,
Oh,
right?
believe it.
Like
Believe it.
whole vibe.
Hmm.
Still, I love Minnie Riperton. She's one of my favorite singers.
Oh yeah, she's incredible. She's incredible. She's left her mark on so many different artists.
She did. She
So how did she leave her mark on you?
Because I can relate to the way she sings. I think the gentleness that she approaches music. I think she was the first singer. Like my parents introduced me to a lot of old music very young. They just had a on an oldie station when I was in my crib to kind of shut me up. I think because they were trying to help me go to sleep. So I was introduced to a lot of old songs and Minnie Riperton and Roberta Flack, both of them,
Mm.
location, and they both have a chill vibe. And I think that's where I got my first for music, with Minnie Riperton. Every one of her songs, and I've just been a fan of her. Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. So I see the tie there. Minnie has that very sweet tone, as you do as well.
Thank you.
Did you ever feel the pressure to growl and get down and dirty and project to the back of the audience and all of that?
I did, and
Hmm.
to my chagrin,
Mm-hmm.
because what I learned about myself is the way like singer, really like your singing, and I really don't have a voice, and me trying to do those types of things, it would leave me in pain. So that's not. Of course, I mean I could do some stuff, but I think I
Absolutely.
best staying in my lane where my everybody has one. And when you get to your sweet spot, you milk that. You know, try to imitate someone else. You just find where you're the strongest and do that.
That's it. You ride that lane until the wheels fall
That
off.
the wheels. So I'm like, okay,
I mean, we don't want the wheels to fall off. We want them to stay on.
at least you got a space.
Hello? Change the tire and keep going.
Um,
Oh, this analogy can be milked for days.
for days. We can.
Oh yeah, for sure. You already know.
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh. So now we're gonna go into some hip hop, a little hip hop classic. "The Show" is the next song on your list by Slick Rick and Dougie Fresh.
Oh
We're
my.
gonna listen to just a little bit and then we're gonna talk about it, all right?
I was.
Yo,
Does that not still? Dougie
such a classic, man.
Fresh is still lit. He's still dope. I love Dougie Fresh.
Ah, such a classic.
Times too. I love Dougie Fresh. I do.
Okay.
Mhm. I think he's awesome. I love his consciousness. I love his writing. I love how he really is. I love how he's the entertainer and he
Mhm,
spoke that into existence. I love that. I when I first heard this, I was in Wisconsin.
mhm.
I was at my cousin's house. We didn't have like where my neighborhood I grew up, I didn't have BET. So we had CMT, you know? So I
Oh,
so I remember going to my cousin and him playing this song and I was like, what is that? Like,
mhm.
oh my God, I love this song. And all crinkly, it was on some kind of set. He had to tape it off like a station. So it was like Dougie Fresh, crispy and everything. But
Yeah.
I took my I, I listened to that little crinkly version as long as I could. I love the song. And I still love it. Do the same little dance. I mean,
Hey.
it influenced so many people. Hip hop
Mhm.
influenced everyone. You know, when we listen to it and we still about where we were when it came out, you know, all of that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. And I guess the collision of it all is that you would be singing these classic ballady covers over hip hop beats.
Yeah. I mean, I think that movie was about me, you know,
Which movie?
about hip hop with Sonata.
Oh, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Brown Sugar. Yeah, yeah,
I was like, the first time I fell in love with hip hop, I was like, man, probably because it wasn't a music demographic that we had in Wisconsin. I believe that the song was out probably a lot longer than when I heard it.
yeah.
Like Wisconsin, we didn't really much hip hop, you know, back in the day, not readily available like an AM station or something. But yeah, loved it. I love hip hop. I love all of. I mean, I could go on days with just old school hip hop. I like new stuff,
Yes, I'm here for it.
but as far as
So,
I didn't know that until I heard that song.
mhm,
When I heard Dougie Fresh, it's something I was like, hey. I was like, oh, is that okay?
yeah,
Big influence for me.
that is all. It sparked something in you for sure. So, you mentioned Wisconsin and that access to various genres of music was kind of limited, and access to black culture was limited.
Well,
Um,
not all.
Not all the time. Sure, sure, sure. Or at least in terms of music and maybe television entertainment, that sort of thing. So, what was it like going from that atmosphere into Atlanta at like the height of LaFace and So Def and all of that kind of thing?
I had been waiting for it my whole entire. I knew it existed. That was
Mhm.
my utopia, and I was like, I mean, I've been trying to get out of Wisconsin a long time since I was little. I just never felt like. I mean, I love the people there, I love the people I grew up around, but it never felt like to me. And I was like, there's something else. And you know, I stayed. So I lived in the DMV area before
Okay, right.
I was in search of it. I was just looking like there's no place like home. There's no place like home. I'm trying to get back. Clicking my
Clicking the heels.
nothing. So when I got to Atlanta, I actually got a record deal. My first record deal. I've had two major deals. I got my first record deal in college. And that's what got me to the first time because I was in a singing group.
Right.
And I was like, oh my gosh, it's amazing. I love it. I still love it. Yep, I do.
That is great. That's amazing. Well, I'm glad that you moved there because that's where we met. And
See,
now you are my friend.
yeah. And we have
So the
common besides music. I don't know if people know that. Do they know that about you? The other side to this coin, do they know that?
What do they know? What do they need to know?
That we're authors. That we.
Oh, and there we have it. We are multi hyphenates, multi potentialites. I said that wrong, but whatever. Potentiates, whatever. We do a lot of stuff.
The last step. We're just
There we
creative.
go.
We're creatives.
That's what it is.
All facets.
Hey, I love it. I love it. So the last song on your list is Smooth and yeah, All This Love by DeBarge. Y'all, y'all, let's listen to a little bit and then we'll talk.
I had to leave. That the bar is my group.
See? See? You feel it already. You feel it already. Yeah, man.
Do you even have to ask why?
No, no, I already got it. I know why.
Um, I just realized I picked all old school jams, and I want people to know that I love Stevie Wonder. So he's.
Shout out to Stevie. Shout out to Stevie, please.
But I had to put this song on here because this is how I learned to blend harmony.
Mm.
Each one has a certain gift. Each song I picked has a certain gift that they brought.
Mm-hmm.
This is where I got it. So, do you know how you what's it called? Like cassette back, right? Like,
Oh yeah.
we went from cassettes to CDs, and we're back to like vinyls and stuff. But
Right.
cassettes, I box. My mom had her stereo. I would take my boombox and I would put the first cassette in one side, headphones in there, this into the headphones and make it a microphone.
Mm-hmm.
Hard songs. I would just go like, all this love is waiting for. And then I go side, I flip that cassette part, and then I would do the all this love is waiting for you.
Yep. Yep. I did the same thing.
Exactly. By the time you get to the generation of the tapes, you know it's all distant because it's like 4 or 5 different generations. But hey, it made me feel good. I want to record music. I do my own studio, but
Mm-hmm.
influence. So yeah.
That is so cool. That is so cool. It's funny. I was watching the Unsung about DeBarge. I don't know if you've seen that episode.
Didn't watch it.
Okay.
I purposely watched it because of that. I don't do it with heavy. In your head. I don't know if I'm gonna have to give you like cliff notes much for you. So I was like, I appreciate it.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of things happening in that family. We love them. We pray for them. It's just amazing that such smooth, beautiful music came out of all of that chaos. It's just incredible.
It's beautiful.
Absolutely. And I hope that they know that they've touched the world with
Yeah,
songs like All This Love.
I want them to know. I did a show with one of our friends we have in common, Shinwa.
Yes. Shout out to Shinwalk.
So we were singing at City Winery.
Mm-hmm.
We had practice at and Andrew DeBarge was over. And I was like, I just want you to know you just made come true because I've always wanted to sing with one of DeBarge. Now one is in my house and I'm with him. So he plays guitar. Andrew.
Wow. Is that something that just happens at your house? Like just DeBarges and people walk through your house?
If I tell you all the people that have been over, I don't know because my husband's a producer, so we write.
Is he? What is his name? Shout him out.
48. He plays for a country artist called Thomas Rhett. So we're here. He's a dope artist himself. Yeah,
He is.
But yeah, we've been writing and producing. So many people have been at the house. It's kind of cool. Now to look back, I'm like, so. But when Andrew came over, that was like a dream. I've been such a DeBarge fan for so long.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So all these full circle moments. So that is the end of our list. I hope that wasn't too painful.
I didn't. I decided that I wouldn't prepare because I like stuff to just be natural.
Mhm.
Thinking about the list, and I was like, wow, I'm so grateful to have so much music at my fingertips and have such a. Maybe if I do it again, maybe Chicago, huge influence.
Yes. Yes.
We'll see. Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. So there are five more songs. You know, I'm
At,
sure this. At least five more songs. Right. Well, before we go, tell the people where they can find you and what you got coming up next.
oh yes, I do have some music. Actually, I have two different projects working on, even during COVID. You can find IG at INOJ official right up at the top. If you screenshot, you can follow me there. I'm doing a medium project.
Dope.
Yes,
Dope.
really kind of genre. So hopefully you guys like it. And I'm collaborating with um, DJ Freeze.
Oh yes.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so we're actually I recorded house. So I like house music, and you get to check that out. Let's see, Deep Inside, and I won't tell you the other song title yet. You'll be surprised. So
Okay. Well,
yeah,
wow. We're looking forward to that.
yeah.
Y'all stay tuned. Follow INOJ official. Stay tuned for what's coming next. Thank you so much for joining me tonight, Yanni. I appreciate you.
It's no,
Y'all be safe out there. Everybody, thank you for joining us for 5 songs that changed my life. Come back next week. We'll see you later.
all right, namaste.
Bye. Namaste.